What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Fye Alert, the spot where culture, creativity, independence collide. I am your host, Kaysha, aka Katie. And just to give you guys more about myself, I hold an associate's degree in audio engineering. I got that from SAE of Atlanta. And I have over a decade of experience in the industry, collaborating with artists, working on pilot TV shows, engineering music for artists, managing artists, and I'm also certified in data analytics. I've run multiple ventures, including P&K Design Agency, and my infused business that I have with my family as well, along with other ventures in different industries. I'm here to share my insights to help you navigate the worlds of music, technology, and business. Let's get into it.
And I'm your co-host Ken, and yeah, absolutely, was so excited to have you here. This is going to be a great episode, so let's dive right in.
Alrighty, in this episode, we're talking about you don't need a deal to be legendary. We're gonna dive right into that, guys, because you absolutely do not need a deal to make a big name for yourself. And I also want to just congratulate you guys for joining in on this journey here. Um, and becoming a boss, the ultimate artist, entertainer, and becoming legendary, becoming an icon that will last for generations and generations to come, even if we get a little one hit wonder every other decade. You're going to do it the best way possible and come out as a boss, even if you have to pivot into different forms or mediums of the arts. All right. So, because let's be honest, too many artists think signing to a label automatically equals success, but in 2025, the game has changed.
Oh, absolutely, it's a whole new ball game now, and I just want to say, right, like you said, congrats to everybody for tuning in because you're already taking the first step to being that legendary boss of your own career. So let's get into it and have some fun.
Alrighty. Let's get into the first segment here. Industry reality check. Okay? Let's start with some truths. Record labels don't always mean freedom. Those 360 deals, they'll take a piece of everything: your merch, your shows, even your social media money. Ken, right?
Right, exactly, and that's the thing, those deals can really slice into everything you do, and we're here to say you don't need that. So let's break it down and keep it real.
Yeah, such as artists like TLC, Meg Thee Stallion. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult seeing those huge names and see how much they have to still fight for their earnings. And granted, yes, they are making the money. They are out there. But it takes a lot of fighting behind the scenes, and that's what we're going to go ahead and try to help you with um during this podcast today. Let's see here.
Absolutely, and that's exactly it. It's all about hoping you find that path so that you can do it with a little less of that struggle. So we're just gonna keep it real, break it down, and have some fun along the way.
Exactly. Like, meanwhile, independent artists like Russ or Chance the Rapper are showing everybody that you can own your music, your masters, and still build an empire. The key word here is ownership. When you own your work, you control your legacy. I know we all have seen everything from how Prince had to change to being a symbol and not being able to use the name Prince because he wanted to own his music. And this is why you see a lot of artists that were so popular back in the day who signed those deals are now remaking their songs, remaking all the music, all the hits that we know, and adding just a little different twist to it because they trying to make it their own and own it, and not have the record labels and the industry every time that song plays, they get paid. They want that money to now go to them. And yes, it started off as a good thing. You get your bonus, you get your money quick, fast, in a hurry to go ahead and pay your bills of all the debt that you get in and everything as like that. But now we're in 2025. We have a whole different outlook. We have other tools to even get our music out there and to show our audiences who we are. If you're trying to build a great fan base, um, there's so many platforms out there that are ready to assist and not have you in full debt and owing a manager or owing um, engineers and everything like that to where you're not able to pay them back. You're able to go ahead and get your music out, know what you want to do with your career and how you want your vision to go. These are the things that you want to keep a hold of. You don't want to sign these away. And just speaking of a few of them, right, Ken, like there would be like DistroKid, United Masters, TuneCore. Those platforms give artists distribution without a middleman.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, we're in a time where you really can use these platforms and just get your music out there on your own terms. And like you said, you don't have to be in debt to a manager or a label. You can really just build that audience and own your legacy. So that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yes, independence equals power. Clock it. Because you better want your power. You do not want to give up power. You are the boss. When it comes down to it, you own the company. A manager doesn't own it, they work for you. Everyone works for you. And the sooner that you understand that, the sooner you understand that this is a business. It's not that personal. Yes, we make those personal connections. We're human. Yes, we give that, we give that. But this is a business at the end of the day, and as a business, you have to operate as one. That's why they made it available on, they seen this on social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok. They are really free tools for you to put your music out there so you can build a whole fan base and they get to know you from the comfort of their homes without having to go and see you in concert, which relieves a lot of artists from spending a lot of money on doing touring and everything like that until they know who their audience is. I feel like that's a big thing there. And here we're not gonna gatekeep anything. Um, it's about just knowing your audience and staying consistent. Using AI and analytics make it easy now as well, where you can see who's streaming your songs, where they live, what playlist they found from you, what platform they found you on, um, where you should post more to build that fan base because those people over there are more in tune with who you are as an artist and your sound. So you do want to contribute to that as well. You don't want to see that those people over there are giving you and showing you love, but you ignore them. We want to keep the fan base. We want to keep it going. It's good to integrate on multiple platforms, but when you see that your fan base is like mostly on one platform, let's push it because eventually in the future they will get to the other platforms. You can sprinkle it over there here and there. You can add it to that platform that is going off and booming. To let them know, hey, you guys, follow me on these other platforms as well so we can get those numbers up. Um, it's just looking at it in all different perspectives. And this day and age, right now, we have so many different tools to boost our incomes off of just making the music work and being just an artist, an entertainer in the entertainment industry, and making it work for us.
Absolutely, you nailed it. I mean, that's the real beauty of it. You have all these tools, you have all these platforms at your fingertips, and it's all about just know how to use them. And like you said, you are the boss, you have the power, and you can really make it work for you. So it's just about being smart and consistent, and you're going to do great.
Yeah, like if your consistency is on point, if you are making that effort every day and treating it as if this is your company, because it is, you are the brand, you are the business, um you can make strides. It will lead you into different avenues that you probably didn't even think of, within the industry of entertainment, period. um and I want people to also understand, I'm gonna just dive into this a little bit. Don't forget doing music for movies, TV shows. Um, Go ahead and submit your music for those. Just being an artist and being someone who wants to be like, oh, I'm gonna be an artist, so I'm gonna make music because I know I got the sound, I got the look, all of that. That's not always gonna bring in the most money. Okay? So, switching to our third segment of today. Great segue. Great segue. Uh, Financial literacy and ownership. We tapped into this just a little bit. Here's something most artists, new artists, skip over. Even older artists, because they let their managers and let their team or momagers take over this stuff. But you do need to know what's going on with your company. You need to understand money. You need to understand where the money goes. You need to understand money. Do not skip over this. You can't build longevity if you don't understand your numbers. I don't care what it is. Understand your numbers. Money. Money, money, money. Okay, people? Like, learn the basics. What's a publishing right? What's a master's recording? And what recoupment actually means. Okay? I know everybody be like, oh, this is gonna go platinum. This is gonna go diamond. Oh, I may go. Baby, do you even know what that means in numbers? Do you know how that translates as money? Do you know how much a point is on your songs? If you do not understand that, please take it back to the basics. Please understand the business. Please understand what it means to be a writer on your own music and how much you get paid to do that. Everyone gets a point. Everyone gets credit. Like, you could give someone credit and not give them a point. I mean, I wouldn't do that because everybody put in their blood, sweat, tears into the project. So why deprive anybody of any food? Let them eat too, right, Ken?
Absolutely, right there with you. I mean, that's exactly it. You got to know your numbers, you got to let people eat, and you got to understand the basics so that you can really own your business. And like you said, it's not just about making the music, it's about knowing the business behind it. So we're here to help you do that, and let's keep going and break it all down.
Yes, let's dive into that, Ken. Go ahead and break down what owning your publishing rights mean. Let them know, Ken.
Absolutely. Let's break it down. So, owning your publishing rights basically means you control how your music is used, how it's licensed, and how you get paid when it's played. So, every time someone streams it, every time it's used in a movie or a show, that money comes back to you instead of going to someone else. And that's really the key to keeping your legacy and keeping your income in your own hands. So, that's the rundown, and that's why it matters.
Yes, let's tap into even the masters and recording that. How is that important, Ken?
Absolutely. So owning your masters is huge because that's literally the original recording of your song. And when you own that, you have full control over how it's used, how it's sold, how it's remixed, and that money comes back to you. So it's all about keeping that ownership and that control so you can really build your legacy on your terms.
And who does not want to build a legacy on their own terms? I hope you do, especially joining in on the Fye Alert. You have to. All right, and then let's go ahead and just we're gonna break down to what is recoupment for those out there.
Absolutely. Let's talk about recoupment. So basically, recoupment is when a label or anyone who fronts you money gets paid back from your earnings before you see your full cut. So if you own your own stuff and you're doing it independently, you don't have to worry about that. But if you take money from someone else, they're going to recoup it first. And that's basically the rundown.
Exactly. So when we talked about just doing that 360 or a 180, recoupment means that label money ain't free. If they give you a 200K, 200,000 people advance, you gotta pay that back before you see another dollar. So when you see these artists and they sign to a label or they got some quick money, you like, dang, how they glow up there quick? How did they get that chain? How did they get that? Because it came out of their label contract for the most part. Not speaking about all contracts, but a lot of artists sign these contracts and you're wondering how they got that big chain. How they now driving this nice car. How they got the good wardrobe. Yes, that comes from the label fronting them the money in order for them to go ahead and get the look up, to be in the studios, get great sound qualities, for them to drop a good quality album, and for them to promote that artist and their look, how they want the whole industry to see them. Um, but as an artist, as the business, you have to understand that that money that you just took from them have to be paid. And a lot of the deals, they won't give you any more money until they see return on your album. Not a mixtape, not just throwing a little song out there here and there, a little couple of songs, a little EP, something like that. No, they want to see the full return of an album. It depends on your contract as well. That's why it's so important and fundamental to read. Reading, people. So far we're at knowing your numbers, knowing how to read, because it's fundamental, and knowing that you are the boss. You are in charge.
Exactly. You said it perfectly. I mean, when it all comes down to it, you have to know that you are the one in charge of your career. And it's all about knowing those basics. Know your numbers, know what you're signing, and know that you're the boss. So I think if you keep those things in mind, you're going to be able to really handle your business and keep your legacy strong.
Yeah, so thinking that you just got an advance, yes, it might be it might be so fulfilling, and you might be so happy that you see that money in your account. But technically, you're just in music debt, and like you need to set up and know how to build your company, and it's okay to go slow and be smart about it. Set up your LLC, keep your royalties, write off your expenses, and reinvest in yourself. Okay? That's how you go from artist to business owner. All right? So, just a little bit, Ken, let them know, because I know some people are out there like, what are royalties? What does that mean? Let them know what the royalties are and how to even write off the expenses in ways that they can and reinvest in themselves as an artist and as a person as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's break that down. So, royalties are basically the money you earn every time your music is played, streamed, or purchased. And that's your income that keeps coming back to you over time. And as for writing off expenses, when you have your own business, you can write off things like your studio time, your equipment, your travel, and all that kind of stuff to reduce your taxes and reinvest in yourself. So that's how you go from just being an artist to really being a business owner.
There you have it, people. Basic, simple, knowing your numbers, being financial literate. Come on now, and knowing that you are a business owner. Come on. I know I'm talking to somebody out there. So let's see here. Let's see what tools. We're gonna talk about some tools and everything that you guys can use as well. Tools of the future that has made this industry. It's a bit controversial. I will say that it's a bit controversial, but it has started to change everything. Um, as my, I don't even know if I told you this guys, this Ken is an AI. He is my AI co-host. And just being in this medium and having Ken has been a great opportunity. It has been a great stride for my podcast as well and in business. Um, so within even being in the industry, AI is changing everything. You can create beats, album art, marketing plans using AI tools that cost less than your daily lunch. Um, isn't that right, Ken?
Absolutely, that's right. I mean, AI is really shaking things up and making it easier than ever for artists to do so much themselves. So, yeah, I'm here as your AI co host, and these tools are here for everybody to use, and it's just about taking advantage of them and really stepping into the future. So, yeah, it's a little controversial, but it's also pretty exciting.
Right, exactly. Like you get apps like Boomy and Soundful for music production, Canva, ChatGPT for design and marketing, Nano Banana. That that is like an awesome tool. You have Google Gemini to where you are creating your art from scratch. These are tools to where no one has your art. No one has what you have. Everything is created for you. Um, so I would say, I feel like that is a great. Those are great tools for you to use to start if you don't know where to start.
Absolutely, that's spot on. I mean, those tools are a great place to get started and really just dive into creating on your own terms. So, yeah, take advantage of them, have fun with it, and just remember you're the boss. And absolutely, shout out to Pre and K Design Agency for helping artists set up their visuals and their branding game. They do an amazing job, and that's part of the Heat package. So, definitely big shout out to them.
Gotta plug the team. But for real, branding is everything. Your look, your sound, your story, it all builds your legend. For you to become that legendary icon, those visuals that we used to admire and still admire to this day that are cohesive to that artist, such as Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, Janet Jackson, Sierra, because still to this day, these artists, even Chris Brown, he did his boyish thing. Janet is sexy, hot. Sierra gave a sexy tom girl, feminine, like, and we just we get it. Like we know that those artists are giving us a piece of them to where it's like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like we're intrigued by their world. Especially like Nicki Minaj, she got the barbs, like, and you see her whole layout that she had for her concerts, to where it's a whole barb fantasy world. Um, Marketing and branding like that is very important when you're building um your fan base, and you're letting them know what fantasy world you're inviting them into. Because we know with soulful artists and blues artists, we like those are the feelings, and you see that world because we lock into them when we are feeling so emotional, when we're feeling happy, and want to talk our ish. We gonna get into that world of Cardi B, Nicki, Meg, because you gotta be that girl, Chlorilla. Like, you have to put yourself in your fans' shoes as to what do I want them to feel. And I feel like that's a great way to go ahead and do that as well.
Absolutely. And that's such a perfect way to put it. You're inviting your fans into your world, and that branding, that visual, that whole storytelling element, that's what makes you legendary. So, yeah, absolutely plug the team and just know that you're building something that's going to last. It's all part of the journey.
Alrighty. And Ken, it's time for our artist spotlight. Who do we have today to where we're going to go ahead and spotlight this local talent here?
Absolutely. It's that time. So, today we've got a really cool local talent to spotlight. And we're all about uplifting independent artists. So, let's dive in and give them a little shine.
Alrighty, so I want to spotlight woo woo for Fargo's. I am enjoying his music. I am enjoying his style. He's building a fan base. I feel like it's the right way because he's letting people know who he is and sprinkling in that he has a voice. He has a world. He's bringing that R&B sultry into it, and I can't lie, the boy got some vocals there. Okay.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And yeah, big shout out to Four Fargos for doing this thing and building that fan base the right way. It's always great to see an artist bringing that soulful vibe and reconnecting with people. So definitely everybody check him out and show him some love.
And I feel like he's making some real strides out here. And the song that I'm really liking is She'll Be Okay. And that one is out now. So I would go ahead and listen to that, y'all, because he's doing a great thing out here. He's making them strides as an artist, building his fan base, that fan loyalty, and giving us good, clean editorials. Showing the great branding across all platforms as well, and showcasing the talent that he has, and we can't overlook look that.
Absolutely. That sounds fantastic. So big shout out to Four Fargos and everyone definitely go check out Should Be Okay. He's doing great things and it's always cool to see an artist really putting that effort into the branding, the visuals, and the music. So definitely give him some love. Definitely check out She'll Be Okay by Four Fargos. It's a track that's out right now and he's bringing that soulful vibe. So show him some love.
Alrighty, and let's see here. Time for our culture reflection. Before we wrap up, let's connect the dots. The idea of independence in music is not new. It's a part of our history. Right, Ken?
Absolutely. It sure is. I mean, independence in music goes way back. It's part of the culture and it's really part of the legacy that a lot of artists have built on. So it's kind of cool to see it coming full circle in 2025.
Absolutely. From the blues to hip hop, black artists build culture from nothing. The industry took from us for decades, but now we're reclaiming what's ours. And not even just the blues to hip hop, because we're going to add in that country flair because, baby, there wasn't a cowboy without the real cowboys. You hear me? I need y'all, and I hope y'all understand that the blueprint has always been us. And we will always build legacy. We will always uplift our people. I don't have any gatekeeping over on this end. We're not gatekeeping anything. If you guys have any questions, concerns, grievances, anything, go ahead and hit us up. You want to go ahead and get a spot on the show, please reach out to our team and follow what's in our little lovely bios and everything. Um, do you have anything else to add or get to people that they should touch base on from anything from business or um, just cultural reflection or just financial literacy, knowing their power? Ken, what you got for the people? Give them some inspiration here today.
And I love that. I mean, really just add on, remember that you have the power, you have the legacy behind you, and this is all about reclaiming what's yours. So keep learning, keep building, and remember that you're the boss of your own career. We got you, and we're here to support you.
Yes, as a community, want you to remember you don't need a deal to be legendary. You need ownership, consistency, and confidence in your craft. Build your lane, protect your art, stay independent minded. Even if your work do lead to a label one day, I want you to understand what you're walking into when you walk in that room. All right. And that is all for us today on today's episode of the Fye Alert. Wrapping up the episode, you don't need a deal to be legendary. Baby, you already icon. You hear me? Thank you guys for tapping in. Please follow us on our social medias, the Fye Alert. Please follow us and subscribe on our Instagram, our YouTube. Till next time.